Yo, what's going on, Bladers? Today we're going to be unboxing the UX-10 customized set U. This comes with KnightMail as well as a bunch of other stuff. Flipping over to the back, you can see everything we get. The main attraction of this set is KnightMail, which is owned by Multi-Nana Iro. This comes with 385 BS. Let's hope it's not BS. Here's Terra Swing, formerly known as Talon Terra, which is a Hasbro exclusive. We also get a Metal Coat Red Tyranno Beat and a Metal Coat Blue Hell's Hammer. Both of these look really sick. I don't even have normal Tyranno Beat yet, so this will be really good. We also have 770. This will be my first 7 ratchet. For the bits, we have point, ball, brush, and metal needle, as well as rubber excel. You can see a little display of the gimmicks with KnightMail right here, as well as some recommended combos, but let's just get right into it. So right here we have all of the parts out of the box. I'm going to start off with KnightMail. This is the UX variant of Night Shield and Night Lance. I think both of these Beyblades were pretty mid. I didn't like either one of them, especially Lance. Lance is like just super ugly. But then on the other hand, we have a KnightMail, and this Beyblade actually looks really, really good. So the gimmick of the KnightMail blade is that these big balls shut your stupid right here kind of move up and down. So when it gets hit, they kind of go up a little bit to absorb the impact. Sorry if I'm explaining this bad. The actual artwork on the chip right here looks really clean. Moving on to the ratchet, we have 385. I think this is the highest ratchet out there right now. It has a very unique design when compared to a 80 ratchet. You can see it doesn't really have these parts right here, and it just looks kind of hollowed out like it's one piece.
One piece! The one piece is real!
Instead of 3 pieces. It feels really weird to put this ratchet on KnightMail, but one cool thing about this ratchet is that every bit has the same resistance on it. And what I mean by that is that attack bits and balance bits in Beyblade X have this little thing on the shaft right here, but defense and stamina bits don't. What that means is that they're really easy to pop out or twist the ratchet off with. But when you have a bit that has this certain shaft design, it's way harder to pop off. But with 385, every bit has the same resistance, which could be for better or worse. Lastly, we have the bit BS, and you know, most defense type bits in Beyblade X so far have been pretty BS. So BS actually stands for Bound Spike. Spike originally released on Rhino Horn.
This guy stinks!
They do not look that similar though. And the gimmick with Bound Spike is that because of how the shaft is designed, it doesn't go all the way into the ratchet. And so it kind of pops in and out, which is supposed to help with the ball gimmick in the blade, I'm pretty sure. So when an opponent hits KnightMail, it's supposed to kind of push this in, and then when it pops back up, these balls will push back up as well. Now the Bound Spike bit kind of reminds me of Nothing from Beyblade Burst, which is pretty cool because Fafnir was my favorite Beyblade in that generation. But altogether, this Beyblade looks really, really beautiful. It is probably the only Night Beyblade that I actually like. And here's a comparison to Multi's other UX Beyblade, Wizard Rod. Pretty cool. Moving on to the rest of the bits, we have metal needle. Regular needle was never good to begin with, and putting metal on it just makes it even worse because it's going to tear up your stadium. But for the sake of this video, I might throw it in an old Hasbro stadium. Next up, we have Rush, which is a pretty good bit. This was locked behind the Drawn Dagger starter set or whatever it was called, so it was pretty hard to get for a while. As you can see, here's the original, and it is now in this orangish red color, so W. Then we have Ball, one of the best bits in Beyblade X for stamina. This originally released on Wizard Arrow, and it's now in this nice white color, another W. Then we have this really cool blue point. Point originally released on Leon Claw, and I think it's pretty decent, I don't know. Once again, another W. The only real L was Metal Needle. And lastly, we have a new bit. Well, I'm kind of late to this unboxing, so this probably isn't new anymore, but we have Rubber XL, the first Beyblade X bit with rubber on it. Regular XL originally released on Drawn Buster, and it has more gears, which makes it faster, but gives it way less stamina. Aside from the rubber, what makes this bit even more unique is this little guard right here. So what happens is when you perform an extreme dash, this will kind of elevate the bit up into the air to prevent the rubber from wearing down too fast. Moving on to the ratchets, we have 160, which originally released on Drawn Buster, but this time it's in this weird piss color, which I guess is to match Terra Swing. 160, I think it's pretty decent depending on the combo you use it on, but we also get this nice 770. I don't know how good 70 height is, but I do know that 7 is a pretty decent ratchet, and it does match this red Tyranno beat. So yeah, moving on to the blades, we have Terra Swing. Once again, it is in this really weird piss color. This was originally a Hasbro exclusive called Talon Terra, which is a retooling of Viper Tail. You can even see the scale pattern on the bottom is still there. They advertise this as a stamina type, though it's usually best as an attack type due to its shape. Next up, we have this really gorgeous Tyranno beat metal coat red. I don't have regular Tyranno beat as I mentioned before, and I know this blade is pretty competitively viable, I think, so I'm glad to get this. I hate to use it though, but I have to, man. Lastly, we have this metal coat blue Hell's Hammer, and oh my god. A quick comparison to the original Hell's Hammer. Hell's Hammer isn't that good, but I still love its design, and it looks even better with this blade. Notice anything kind of cool? This chip always reminded me of Metallica, and now we have Master of Puppets as well as Ride the Lightning. Really cool. I almost forgot, but with the old Hell's Hammer, you could actually use it on a left launcher, but with this new one, they updated the mold, and it no longer works. One thing I thought was cool is how the releases from the past few months have had actual gimmicks. Impact Drake has rubber, Samurai Saber has these metal flaps that come out, and now KnightMail has these big balls that go up and down.
What do you mean by that?
As well as Bounce Spike. And there's a few other releases that also have gimmicks like Silver Wolf or Crimson Garuda, so that's just pretty cool. So really quickly, here's all of Multi's Beyblades minus Wizard Arc because that's not out yet. If I had to rate them, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, 2 out of 10. The back of the box recommends that you use Terra Swing 770 ball as well as Tyranno Beat 160 Rubber XL. But unfortunately, they don't give you a third ratchet, so you can make a full blue combo with Hell's Hammer. And even though I'm going to use these combos for battles, I think that these combos look way better. I'm going to get the scale out and we're going to weigh everything that I opened today. And let's move on to the test spins and test battles, starting with KnightMail. It's pretty stable. Terra Swing 770 ball. I don't expect this combo to be any good. Tyranno Beat 160 Rubber XL. Really fast and aggressive, but it has horrible stamina. I'm gonna put Hell's Hammer on 460 point. It looks really good, but I'm not gonna do any battles with it because I don't want to mess it up. Also, real quick, here's a test with Metal Needle. I'm not gonna risk using this on my X Stadium. First up, Terra Swing versus KnightMail. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Terra Swing bursted itself. Tyranno Beat 160 Rubber XL versus KnightMail. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Go shoot. Spin finish. And for the final battle, I'm going to be putting it up against Wizard Rod 160 ball. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. just the rod one. Overall, I would say that this set is 100% worth it, especially when you take into consideration that the original Tyranno Beat cost the same price as this entire set. By the way, I kind of lost interest in Beyblade for a while, for like 8 months or so I've been trying to get caught up. So comment down below, out of all of these Beyblades listed right here, which one do you want me to get next? And while you're at it, make sure to like and subscribe as well.